If you're buying a home and you need a mortgage, you need to understand the difference between working with a mortgage broker and going directly to your local financial institution. Stay right here, where I'll be joined by Tracey Brock of Dominion Lending Centers, where she's going to explain everything we need to know about working with a mortgage broker. Welcome back to Real Estate 101, where today we're going to talk about the difference between working with a mortgage broker and dealing directly with your financial institution. And I'm pleased to be joined once again by Tracey Brock of Dominion Lending Centers. Tracey, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Joe.
So Tracey, I want to start today's show and ask you, how do Canadians get a mortgage in Canada? How can they get a mortgage?
Well, there's two ways to get a mortgage in Canada, through a financial institution and through a mortgage broker such as myself.
Okay, and what exactly are the responsibilities of a mortgage broker?
Mortgage brokers' responsibilities are to make sure that their clients get the best product that's available to them in the marketplace based on their current financial situation, and to provide accurate and pertinent information to the lending institutions that they're getting the mortgage from.
Okay, so what exactly is the difference between going to a mortgage broker to get a mortgage or going directly to your bank?
Well, I would say the difference, a lot of times my clients have told me the biggest difference they've found is customer service. I find that lending institutions only can offer one product, their product, where I have access to over 90 lenders. So, you know, a lot of people, it's not a cookie cutter thing with mortgages. It's very personalized and to the needs of the client. And that level of customer service shines through when you're dealing with a mortgage broker.
Okay.
A good one anyways.
Are there any costs involved with going to a mortgage broker to get a mortgage?
No, there's no cost involved. In fact, the financial institution, 99% of the time, will pay a commission or a lender's fee to the broker.
So are there any advantages for someone that has bruised credit or self-employed people to come and sit down with a mortgage broker as opposed to their bank?
Yeah, they actually are at the best advantage, to be honest with you, because with the number of lenders that I have access to, I know the products that will suit their best needs. Business or self people, it's harder for them to get a mortgage right now. If you have bruised credit, you have in a bankruptcy or a consumer proposal, there are lenders that will go forward and still help you out with your mortgage. And you know, not having that information available to them because the banks just don't offer that up. They'll just say no. So coming to a mortgage broker, you at least have lots of choice.
Okay, so what would you say is the difference between working with a mortgage broker or going directly to a mortgage specialist at your local institution?
Well, I've been told by my clients that one of the values that I bring to them is customer service. Another one would be the fact that most lending institutions, well, all lending institutions are structured to use their own products that they have available under their umbrella. Using a mortgage broker allows you to have access to 90 different lenders and all the products under their umbrellas.
Okay, so let's say somebody comes to you and you refer them a mortgage or get them a mortgage, you do what you do.
Yeah.
Does your job end there, or do you still work and represent them over the next many years?
My job never ends with my clients. From the moment that I meet them to the life of their mortgage, to the life of their friends' mortgages, to their investment products. I keep them informed with what's happening. I do annual mortgage checkups with them. I make sure that the mortgage product that they're in is good for them continuing on, not just for that 5 terms. Many people will sign their renewal papers or sign their mortgage agreement and then not think about it for 5 years.
Right.
Healthy mortgage is really important. Just important as going to the doctors.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about FSCO a little bit. What is that?
FSCO is the Financial Services Commissions of Ontario, which mortgage brokers and agents are governed by. Mortgage brokers have to be licensed and they have to abide by FSCO's laws, and FSCO is only looking out for the best interest of the consumer, not of the mortgage broker. So we have to follow strict guidelines, and we are governed more so than the actual financial institutions. So we have to actually be more legal and more diligent about the things that we're doing so that FSCO will approve what we're doing.
All right, so would you say, in your opinion, that mortgage brokers have more knowledge of the industry?
I would think a good mortgage broker would have more knowledge of the industry than a lending institution representative. lending institution is required to sell all of their products, whether it be a mortgage, whether it be a GIC, a mutual fund. They have to have a broad knowledge of everything, where a mortgage broker specializes in what they're doing.
In mortgages.
In mortgages, that's right. And they are constantly following what's happening in the media. They're constantly following what's happening with the different lending institutions. And if they don't stay on top of all those things, then they don't succeed.
All right. Okay, so what would you say are the top 4 reasons to using a mortgage broker?
I would have to say knowledge of the industry, definitely would be one. The governing by FISCO, so the things that we have to do, such as budgets and ensuring that the clients are qualified based on the regulations of each lending institution, customer service, and just care. I don't get my business fed to me through leads. I get my business through doing a good job, so people refer business back to me.
Absolutely. Okay, Tracey, so for today's final question, do you have any last tips or piece of advice for viewers of our show?
Always use a professional when you're financing or purchasing a home, refinancing a home. Whether it be a professional realtor, professional stager, make sure that you speak to a financial planner, make sure you speak to a mortgage broker. They're the ones that are going to make sure that you're making a right decision. And don't get stung by the banks.
All right, Tracey, good stuff. Thanks for coming on today's show.
Thanks, it's always great to be here.
If anybody has any more questions or needs the help of a top mortgage broker, they can get in contact with Tracey Brock of Dominion Lending Centers. I'm your host, Joe Tracera. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.